On a drive time, I'm sitting back. The last video, I decided to delete it. The very least I can do is get in a situation where my video is not choppy and you can hear what I'm saying clearly. So I'm redoing the shutdown, the skinny on Savvyism. Any of y'all that follow me on Facebook, you know I always say savvy and I always say grasp it. Because you know what? Ain't nothing in the world like an understanding. Now I want to call out Tom. I want to call out Nia. And you know what? I want to let me get this other guy's name because I want y'all to know who they are for a particular reason. Because that's the reason why they're the reason why I'm making this video. So let me get that for you right quick. Just bear with me for a moment, and we'll be all right. I know Tom and Nia, and let me get this other guy's name right quick. Rick. The video I did before this one, Rick bought me a cup of coffee. Even though I deleted the video, he bought me a cup of coffee. Nia on Facebook said, I really miss you on YouTube. Of course, she was talking about my drive time videos. And Rick asked me if I was going to do a video on a particular subject. So I posted on Facebook that I was going to do 3 videos today. Now, let's get to the other thing. I don't do AI videos. In a sense, I hate them because when they mispronounce a word, I just it just does something to me, and I move on because the person making the video didn't take time enough to go through his text and get the pronunciation for those words correct. And to me, that's just lazy. And those that do live videos, I ain't knocking them, but you ain't gonna see me throwing up no clips and all of that. I just lay it down straight to you. And I'm doing that in this video because a lot of people haven't seen me for a while because I pretty much had retired from doing this on Facebook every day. If you're a Facebook friend of mine, if you've been a Facebook friend of mine for the last 9 years, you've gotten a happy birthday wish from me every year. I've been doing it every year for every person that's a Facebook friend of mine. But December 31st will be the last time that I wish all of my Facebook friends happy birthday because, you know, I'm going to move on to some other things and be busy and occupied doing other things. Y'all know I'm doing some house cleaning. Bear with me for a moment. My YouTube videos, I never asked people to subscribe. I felt like if there was value, people would subscribe on their own. And at one time, I was pretty popular on YouTube. In fact, I was one of the first people to start doing live streaming back in 2008 when I was focusing on issues affecting the Black community. But then I realized most of those issues are derived from what's going on the political front with the Democrats and the Republicans. So I got politically involved. Those of you that know me and have followed me, you already know this. I am simply giving some historical context as to who I am and why I do what I do. I am considering a run in Georgia for U.S. Senate. I said considering, didn't say I was going to do it. But this time, the people will have to be involved because it is the people that get behind the right people in order to see to it that things are done rightly and in order, just like we got behind Trump. And there are people that can't stand Trump, and I can't understand why. It's like they just ignore all of the evidence, all of the truth, all of the history, et cetera, and they just won't get it. And I'm going to talk about tariffs today. After this one, Rand Paul is going in. We're going to, get back to the Constitution. Rand, I love you. You and Massey, y'all vote constitutionally all the time. But the two of you in the House and Senate have stopped nothing. You've educated many. I've learned a great deal from you. But you ain't stopped nothing. The corruption that existed before you got there is still there after you got there. And the only time that we have seen a change in the course of it was when Trump got in office. Period. Your constitutional voting record is 97%, meaning you compromised 3% of that time. So step back and let Trump do what he's, you know what? I'm getting into another video. Man, let me get down to this issue with the shutdown. And I didn't mean to go 5 minutes. Oh, Lord, y'all forgive me. Look, I haven't been doing videos for money because that was not what it was about, or for subscriptions. If you like it, fine. If you don't, hey, keep it moving. I'd also, like I just said, don't do it for the money. However, those three people that I mentioned earlier, actually two, the one that Rick that bought me a cup of coffee, he didn't know anything about what the other two had said, asking me to do this video. And I know I'm talking, but people sometimes need context. I'm happy to make videos if people appreciate it. And I'm not trying to get rich off. What do I say? Just buy me a cup of coffee. That's it. I'm not doing it for the money, but I need to know that it's making a difference. You know, I'm just making videos and you aren't getting nothing out of it, then there's no point in me doing them. I'll just stick to doing what I do on Facebook. The problem is most people don't read, and they like to hear it, you know, coming from somebody, which I don't not. I mean, I listen to videos all the time. It's how I learn. All right. Now it used to be books before we had the internet, but that's just where we are. But I'm not trying to blow up like all of these other people are. I just want to know that the few people that come here understand what's happening and they get into it. And I promise this video gonna be less than 10 minutes. I'm gonna finish saying what I gotta say in a few minutes. All right, the shutdown. All of the media is lying to you about what it's about. Only one guy I heard tell the truth about what is really about, the shutdown. That's Bill O'Reilly. Now, the only issue I had with Bill O'Reilly never called out rhinos when he was on Fox, because he wasn't. And now he's not on Fox. He's independent news broadcast. He still don't call out rhinos. He'll talk about an individual politician, but he's not talking about those rhinos that hide in plain sight. And the rhinos I'm talking about are the ones with a constitutional voting record of less than 90%. You can look them up, yours up on the newamerican.com/freedom-index. All right, now we done got that out of the way. All right, so here's what's happening. During the COVID era, they passed in a bill legislation that expanded and enhanced Obamacare. Expanded and enhanced. Enhanced was and this is during COVID era to help people out. Enhanced was and I'm using arbitrary numbers, if my policy, my premium is $50 a month, I'm using arbitrary numbers now. The government gave me a subsidy. If you don't know what a subsidy is, that's some money to help me. You know, business used to get tax subsidies. It's where the government either give them a break on what they're charging or they stick money in their pocket. In this particular case, premiums were reduced. So if I was paying $50, government reduced my premiums, say $25, just so I could keep my policy. Now understand, Obamacare is already funded by the taxpayers, so they're getting an additional taxpayer-funded benefit enhancement. Now, expansion. That's when all of the illegals got coverage. You understand what I'm saying? That's when all of the illegals got coverage. That means taxpayers were funding health care for illegal immigrants. That was the expansion part. Now, it ends December 31st, all right, 2025. The Republicans don't want, I mean, the Democrats don't want that. That's why they're talking about millions of people are going to lose their health care insurance. Okay, you know what? Some people that can't afford the $50, they were affording it before COVID era. Why can't they afford it now? What it means for citizens that are legally on Obamacare, you now have to foot the bill for your own insurance. I have to. Why shouldn't you? All right. My insurance a month is $500. I got to pay mine. I ain't getting no subsidy, but that is what that is. That's what's happening. You got to stand up and pay your own policy now. COVID is over. Then the illegals, get your ass out of the country because you're going to be assed out. You aren't entitled to entitlements paid for by U.S. citizens. Get out of the country. And everybody talking about if you don't get out, Trump gonna damn sure put you out. But the fact is, you know, when it comes to kicking out these illegals, they don't talk about it. They're quiet. Just like they were about Obama in the cages that they were putting the kids in. Obama has deported 3 million illegals. All right? They ain't talking about that. Trump, 1.2, 1.3. I hope that Trump exceeds what Obama did because you know what? They're talking about we've got 30 to 40 million illegals in this country. They need to go. Yeah, and their children need to go with them too. Children shouldn't be anchor babies for people coming into the country illegally. The 14th Amendment was for the Negro child. Now I've hit 11 minutes and 57 seconds. T-Mod out, dry time till next time. 12 minutes. Peace.